What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. Got some new models in this week to check out. Let's jump into them. All right, guys, we're going to kick it off with a couple of budget knives. First, we have the Tenable REI. This one's coming in 154 cm with micarta, full steel liners that have been milled for weight reduction, and a fold over clip. I like to see that Tenable still continues to pull some of Concepts models down into their budget lines, and they continue to do a very good job with these more budget friendly models. Really nice static wash on here, thumb studs with a flipper. You have ceramic bearings in the pivot riding on pocketed steel liners. Very smooth and a great detent. This is going to be a nice medium EDC. If you're looking to save a little bit of money but you liked the REI, this is going to be one to check out. Definitely stay tuned for the full review. That will be coming up at a future date. We'll definitely dive more into it, do a little cutting with it, and see what the knife is all about. Let's go ahead and check out the next one. All right, next up we have the Model 6. This one is a crossbar lock from Tenable Knives, also coming in 154 cm. This version has the laminate carbon fiber on top, full steel liners, again milled for weight reduction, fold over deep carry pocket clip, reversible with an ambidextrous lock. Very smooth, pretty good detent for a crossbar lock. Sometimes they can be a little mushy, something like what you would probably see with the Baby Banter 2 crossbar lock. That one is extremely mushy. This one here feels good. Feels like it's right there in the middle, pretty solid, not light. Can reverse flick off of it. Feels pretty good. Nice weight to it considering the full steel liners on both of these models. So we'll do a full review and breakdown on the Model 6. You'll definitely want to check out the video for that one if you're interested in this one. Let's kick it over to the next one. All right, guys, we got an interesting little piece here. This is from Warbow. Calling it the EDC Carabiner. So it looks like something you can throw on like a backpack or maybe onto a keyring or something like that. A little flipper tab on it with some G10 steel liners. Pretty interesting little piece. Wicked little Tonto. Little tight for me right here, choked up. But again, you got a little bit of a kind of chisel grind where you can easily, or not a chisel grind, I'm sorry. It is a chisel shaped Tonto, where you can do some cutting if you need to get into a package, cut some loose string, something like that. And you got a steel liner that actually has pretty decent access. Not sure what the price is on this one. I would be curious what the price is, depending on whether or not I would recommend something like this. But an interesting little piece nonetheless, especially if you just want something you can throw, like I said, on a bag or something like that, where you don't have to really worry about it and it's always accessible. Pretty cool little piece from Bort. All right, we're going to jump into a couple of premium options here. This one is the Deadite from Concept. This one is coming in S35 VN, bolster titanium with camo carbon 80s scales on there. No weight reduction, and again, that's likely because the titanium has all been milled out to accommodate these scales. Got a trailing point blade, very nice grind. It feels thin and slicey, but we'll test that out for the actual review. I can get a 4-finger grip on here, so definitely a full-size knife, good access to the lock bar, and it looks like it's off center a little bit, but it is not loose, so I don't want to mess with it too much, but it looks like it's favoring maybe slightly over. It's very subtle to that show side, but we'll do a full review and breakdown on this one as well, do a little bit of cutting, and it'll give me a chance to spend some time with it to collect my thoughts as well as I will with all of these. Very good detent on this one. Very good detent. All right, let's check out the next one. All right, next one is a prototype. It is being manufactured by QSP, and I do apologize. Casey told me who the designer is on this one, but I am drawing a blank. So my editor will have to throw it on the screen to give credit as credit is due. But this is a wicked little piece. I will say QSP is really getting very good at their build quality. I don't feel any real aggressive transitions. You can tell a little bit right there and right there. And I think that has to do with the fact that this chamfer line doesn't really line up on the prototype as well on that raindrop carbon fiber. You got a 50% length back spacer, opening hole, flipper tab, in a good position too, nice and high above the pivot. Very nice action. You got a nested steel liner for that lock bar. Very, very cool. This is a very wicked design. It's got an aggressive drop into a reverse Tonto shape. Very, very acute tip, but it's got good strength out here. It is very flatly ground, even though it doesn't come all the way up. I think this will probably be a really slicey knife. 14C28N. Is this a titanium clip? Titanium clip. And weight relief on the inside of the titanium. Really cool little piece. I'm going to get the information on this one together, and I'll be able to let you guys know what I think about this one on the full review. Cool little model though. All right, last but not least is going to be the Artisan Crusoe. This one here was really hyped up by our boy Greg over there on G-Ball Vision, and I really wanted to check it out. And so far, right out the box, I do like the size of it. It's a thicker, fuller knife, feels more like a work-oriented knife. You do have some weight relief cutting on the inside of the titanium. Not a fan of where that pocket clip is, I can tell you that right out of the gate, but aesthetically, it's really nice. S90V, it's going to be a really good steel, going to perform well as long as the heat treat is good on it. You have a really good access to that lock bar, thumb studs, really overbuilt thumb studs. Like, these are very nice. I like those. You're not going to miss those. And then nice tight jimping on here for that front flipper. And it is a little awkward with that pocket clip being so far back, but I can get it. I can definitely get it. Full size knife, 4-finger grip. Going to have some sort of, I'm thinking ceramic bearings, because usually that's what Artisan does. And it does look like at first glance, this one's mine, so I'll be able to do the disassembly. The other ones before this one were all part of a pass around review, so I can't do the disassembly. But I'm really interested in checking this one out. Right, like first impressions kind of gives me like I don't want to say it that way. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's going to be right out the gate. It's going to be like an affordable Sebenza type of knife. Not saying it looks like it, but very plain Jane, thicker, beefier titanium handles, feeling like a work knife. Good grind on here. It's not super slicey, but it is going to slice well, going to cut well, and handle a lot of heavy duty tasks. You got a nice sharpening choil, but the plunge grind is kind of ruining it a little bit. The plunge grind is looking like, just off of first glance, stopping right there. The pocket clip, as soon as I grabbed it, I felt that like this whole thing is sharp in the hand, and that is kind of unfortunate, because I was hoping it was going to be a absolute home run, but I can just tell right out the gate I'm probably not going to love that. We'll see what happens when I get to cutting with that one. So stay tuned for the full review of the Artisan Crusoe. And then we have the Deadite from Concept, a couple full-size knives there. Nice to see that. We have the Unnamed, just because I didn't have it when I unboxed it just a moment ago, from QSP, and the designer and everything. I'll make sure I throw that on the screen earlier when I have had that out. We have the Model 6 here from Tenable Knives in a crossbar lock variant, and the REI and Tenable Knives. And I don't want to leave out the War Room EDC Carabiner. That is also in, and I probably will include it in a review, maybe with the REI, because I have seen the full-size version of the REI, so I'll just do like a brief overview of that one and include it with that. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these. I'll make sure to try to cover those in the full review videos of these, where I'm able to spend some time with them, collect my thoughts and impressions, do a little bit of cutting, sample cutting with them, and this one being mine will get a more in-depth review. If you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like. It would be appreciated. Affiliate links are down in the description. Remember, when you use my affiliate links, it helps the channel. Special shout out and thanks to the channel members out there. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Hope you have a great week. Catch you on the next one.